My friend, Howie Roseman just did something that's going to put a huge smile on every Eagles fan's face. In the middle of the 2026 NFL Draft Week, Philadelphia's general manager pulled off a financial move so surgical, so calculated, that analysts across the country are using just one word to describe it: genius. We're talking about a $98 million contract that may have solved the Eagles' biggest defensive problem, and did it in a way that won't break the team now or in the years to come. The number you need to know: $50 million less in guaranteed money than the rival team paid for the replacement the Eagles didn't even need to keep. That's Howie Roseman operating at the highest possible level. If you're a die-hard Eagles fan, hit that like button and subscribe to the channel right now, because this news is the kind of thing that defines a season before the first snap even happens. Hit the bell too, because you'll get the latest Eagles updates delivered straight to your screen. The real question becomes, what exactly did Roseman do? To understand the magnitude of this move, we need to go back a little. Philadelphia entered the 2026 offseason with a massive hole on the defensive line. Josh Sweat had left for the Arizona Cardinals at the end of the 2024 season. The hope was that Jalen Phillips, acquired at the 2025 trade deadline, would be the long-term answer. But Phillips decided to test the market, and the market responded with an absurd 4-year, $120 million contract from the Carolina Panthers, the largest free agent contract for a non-skilled player in NFL history. Philadelphia simply didn't chase that, and in the end, it looks like they made the right call. On April 24th, the Eagles announced the acquisition via trade, giving up just 2 third-round picks, one in 2026 and one in 2027, of a Pro Bowl edge rusher from the Minnesota Vikings. And shortly after, they locked that player up on a 4-year, $98 million contract extension. My friend, welcome to Philadelphia, Jonathan Greenard. Greenard is 28 years old, in the prime of his career, stands 6'3" and weighs 259 pounds. He was drafted in the 3rd round of the 2020 draft out of the University of Florida, at pick number 90 overall. And over the last few years, he has transformed into one of the most dominant edge rushers in the league. But the real intelligence here isn't just about who the Eagles got, it's about how they got him and for how much. Here's the deal. Spotrac, one of the most respected contract analysis sources in the NFL, published every detail of this agreement, and what came out is absolutely stunning. The contract carries a base value of $98 million, with $50 million fully guaranteed. The cap hits are structured in an incredibly smart way. In 2026, just $6.2 million against the salary cap. In 2027, $11.1 million. In 2028, $15.7 million. In 2029, $20.2 million. And in 2030, when the 4 real years of the extension wrap up, 4 void years kick in, creating a cap hit of $44.4 million. But by then, the contract can already be restructured, or Greenard can be released without any real present-day impact. Do you understand what that means for the future of this team? Roseman secured an elite edge rusher for a fraction of the cap damage a poorly structured contract would have caused. Philadelphia will have Greenard on the field for the next several years without compromising the ability to build a competitive roster around Jalen Hurts. This is salary cap management at its absolute highest level. And what makes Greenard so valuable? Let's talk production. In the 2023 and 2024 seasons, the defensive end posted at least 12 sacks in back-to-back years. According to Bleeding Green Nation, Greenard finished the 2024 season as the 2nd player in total pressures across the entire NFL. 2nd in the whole league, my friend. This is not a 2nd-tier edge rusher. This is an elite player who, due to specific circumstances, was available via trade. What were those circumstances? In 2025, Greenard played through a shoulder injury that ultimately required surgery. That explains the dip in numbers last season with the Vikings, and was probably what opened the window for Roseman to act. While other teams hesitated, Philadelphia's GM saw a healthy 28-year-old with an elite production track record and a reputation for wrecking quarterbacks. A player who now, recovered from surgery, arrives in Philadelphia hungry to prove he's still one of the best at his position. But that's only part of the story. What makes this move even more impressive is the direct comparison with Jalen Phillips. NFL reporter Chase Sr. nailed it. Greenard is more productive, more consistent, and arrives cheaper than Phillips would have cost. And without the serious injury history that haunts Phillips' career. He medically retired in college, suffered a ruptured Achilles tendon in 2023, and tore his anterior cruciate ligament in 2024. To make it worse, Phillips' time with the Eagles in 2025 wasn't what anyone expected. His pass rush win rate with Philadelphia was under 10%. 10%, my friend. For a player earning $30 million a year, that is an alarming number. Bleacher Report, one of the biggest sports publications in the United States, didn't hold back. Gary Davenport called Phillips' contract with the Carolina Panthers the worst free agent signing of the entire 2026 offseason cycle. The largest contract ever given to a non-skill player in NFL history went to an athlete whose career high in sacks was 8.5, and that happened his rookie year with the Miami Dolphins back in 2021. Since then, a string of injuries, unmet expectations, and numbers that simply don't justify the investment. Philadelphia dodged that disaster completely, and at the same time, they avoided the wrong contract. They went out and signed the right one. That is the definition of smart executive decision-making. And how does Greenard fit into the Eagles' system? Vic Fangio took over as defensive coordinator, and that detail matters a great deal here. Fangio is known for building aggressive defenses that live and die by the pass rush. He wants edge rushers who can generate consistent pressure, who are real threats to quarterbacks, who can hold up against the run and in pass coverage. Greenard is exactly that type of player. With the athleticism he brings, the ability to win in multiple ways off the edge, and the football intelligence to handle complex schemes, the 28-year-old defensive end is the perfect prototype for what Fangio wants to build in Philadelphia. And the roster around him is taking shape fast. Draft week was historic for this franchise. Roseman didn't just fix the edge rusher position via trade. He also went out and drafted the Biletnikoff Award winner, given to the best wide receiver in college football, in the first round, selecting Mekhi Lemon out of USC at pick number 23. And in the second round, he grabbed Eli Stowers, the tight end out of Vanderbilt and winner of the John Mackey Award, given to the best player at that position in college football at pick number 54. When you solve the edge on draft day and still walk out with 2 award winners on offense, that is a week of work that will go down in franchise history. What does all of this mean for Jalen Hurts and the Eagles' chances in 2026? Think about the big picture. Philadelphia heads into next season with an elite pass rush led by Greenard, with a defense that now has real teeth under Fangio, with new offensive weapons alongside Devonta Smith, and with a salary cap structured so intelligently that the team will have room to keep improving in the years ahead without needing to tear down what's been built. The NFC East is going to have to deal with this team. The Cowboys, the Giants, the Commanders, all of them will face a more dangerous defense than anything Philadelphia put on the field at the edge rusher position in recent years. And with Hurts leading the offense, the Super Bowl conversation is going to start early in 2026. With a contract structured this well, a 28-year-old arriving healthy after an injury that temporarily suppressed his production, and a defense being assembled by one of the best coordinators in the league, what is the real ceiling for this team in 2026? Can Greenard get back to the 12-sack level he showed in previous years? And what do you think? Does this move make the Eagles the favorites in the NFC East before training camp even opens? Drop your opinion in the comments. Don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. I'll be back later with the latest Eagles news.